So today's problem is LeetCode problem number 673. It is called the number of longest increasing subsequence. So first we'll basically read the problem statement and understand what the problem asks from us. So here goes the problem statement. Given an integer array nums, return the number of longest increasing subsequences. And notice that the subsequence has to be strictly increasing. Uh, uh, that means suppose we have some array, right? And then there exists a subsequence which contains the elements 1, 3 and 5, right? So this will be a longest increasing subsequence because you can see each proceeding element is strictly greater than the preceding element, right? So this is the relationship between the elements of the subsequence, so that's why it's a increasing subsequence. And if we take a subsequence which contains these elements 1, 2 to 4, then obviously 2 and 2 are two elements which are equal, which are not strictly I mean the later element is not strictly greater than the previous element. So this basically breaks the rule, and hence it is not an increasing subsequence. Now given that this is the definition of an increasing subsequence, we have to find out what is the longest increasing subsequence, right? And uh, and in fact we don't even need to find out the longest increasing subsequence. We need to go one level above that. We need to find out we need to first figure out what is the longest increasing subsequence, and we also need to note down how many such subsequences exist. So basically suppose there can be one subsequence, right, which is longest increasing. So there can be 1 3 1 3 4 5, right? This is the longest increasing subsequence, and there can be one other subsequence which also has the same length. So suppose somewhere down the line we have 2 4 5 and 6, right? So this is again another subsequence which is different, but which has this and which is also is an increasing subsequence, and also has a length of 4, which happens to be the longest increasing subsequence for this particular array, or this particular input that is given to us. So basically we have to figure out the length of the longest increasing subsequence, and find out any all the subsequences uh, which which have the same length, so that all those subsequences are the longest increasing subsequences in our input, and then basically give the number. We don't need to return the number, the subsequences, but the number of those subsequences. So that's the problem statement. And before jumping to the solution of finding the number of longest increasing subsequences, first we need to look a bit into how we calculate, or how do you find out the longest increasing subsequence. So ideally, if you have not watched a video, or if you're not aware of how to figure out the longest increasing subsequence, then I think I have made a video about longest increasing subsequence in one of my videos that I have. Then you can go and watch that, or you can watch any other video online. Then I think if you watch that and come back, you will be more comfortable here. But anyways, I'm just considering that you don't know what is the longest increasing subsequence, so I'll be explaining that to you anyways. So here it goes. So suppose how do we calculate that? Okay. So what we essentially do is we create an array. Okay, we create an array called some LIS, which basically expands to longest increasing subsequence, is the short form of that. And what do we store in this array? So at every index of this array I, there is stored a value in it, right? What does this value represent? This value represents the number of pardon me, let me rephrase my statement. So this value represents the length of the longest increasing subsequence of this particular input, but ending at that index, right? That is what this value represents, right? So basically, if this is 4, so that means suppose at index I of the particular input we have 5. That means there would exist a increasing subsequence which would have a value of 4, and which would end at this index of I, right? So for example, there will be a subsequence called 3 1 3 4. Suppose 1 3 4 5, just taking any arbitrary elements here, and this subsequence has a length of 4, right? And so LIS of I for this particular input would store 4. Now how do we find that, right? So in order to find that, what we need to do is initially I think all the subsequences will be 1. So we populate basically 1 in this array, right? And then what do we do is basically we do a for loop. We loop from I equal to 0 to n, which is basically the n minus 1, the last index of the array. and then we also do a loop from I j equal to I think I plus 1 to n minus 1. So just or pardon me, not this. We'll loop from j equal to 0 to I minus 1, right? So basically, we'll loop for all the numbers, all the indexes which is less than this particular index, which is under iteration on the outer loop, right? And then what we will see, what we will uh, compute, will compute whether this is true. That means whether the number at the ith index, if it is greater than the number at the jth index, right? That means the LPS or LIS in this case, sorry, I beg my pardon. So LIS of I would be the max of LIS of I mean, if we also calculate for other j's, right? So there might be the case that this is the condition which is satisfied for this combination of I and j, but we have already found a value which is greater than what we are able to find in this step. So we need to do a max, so that if a value which is found after in the computation process, if it is lesser, it does satisfy the condition, but if it is lesser, then it does not update the maximum value, because this stores the length of the maximum longest increasing subsequence which ends at this index, right? So that we have to keep in mind. So then it becomes 1 plus LIS of I peg my handwriting here, LIS of j. I'm just telling it out loud, so that even if you don't understand the handwriting, you will be able to understand what this thing means. So this is the recurrence relation. And why is this so? So basically you can observe, like, so for example, at 4 here, at this, at whatever this index is, suppose this is the jth index and we are at 4 here, right? And then if it is this in at this index, the length of the longest increasing subsequence ending at here is 3, then and then we found a relation, we found a relation between I and j such that the number at I, which is 5 for this example, is greater than 4. That means we are able to increase the subsequence by 1, length of the subsequence 1 and we are able to find a subsequence which is ending at ith index, but which is also increasing, so it satisfies our criteria. And the length, we know the length is 1, which is length is just increased by 1 with respect to the subsequence that was ending at j, right? So I've put in a lot of words here, but if you think about it a bit, and you'll be able to understand that what I'm saying is true. So so basically then this reconciliation becomes this is how this reconciliation comes about, right? So that's why I'll just write down the reconciliation again, just for the sake of clarity. Maybe I use a text input. So, and I have to select a larger size. I'm already the largest size, so maybe I can zoom in. Yeah, zooming in would help. A bit of panning would help too. Here it goes. I'm just trying to write the main reconciliation here. So it is LIS of I would be 1 plus LIS of j, right? And we don't want to overwrite since it is the maximum such we are trying to figure out maximum subsequent length subsequences which are ending at I. So we need to make sure that we don't overwrite any values which were computed before, but which are better. So we do a max of LISI, right, comma this, and this is how our reconciliation looks like. And finally, if you run both the two loops as I already explained, right, we'll be able to arrive at an answer. So this will basically, what will this give? So with all this computation, we'll basically find out for every index what is the length of the maximum increasing subsequence, length of the maximum increasing length of the increasing subsequence ending at the index, right? With a with let me again rephrase my statement. With a at every index, we are able to find the maximum length of the increasing subsequence ending at the index, right? So that is what we want. And obviously, what will be the what will be the length of the maximum or what will be the maximum length of the increasing subsequence over the entire array? For that, we just need to iterate through all the values of the LIS, and the maximum value would become our answer, right? So that's how we calculate what is the longest increasing length of the longest increasing subsequence, right? It should have been I think length. What is the length or longest? Both things are kind of right here. So now okay, now we know that how do we compute the length of the longest increasing subsequence. And why did I do so much explanation? It will be very clear in the next parts of the video, right? So let's go ahead now with that context behind us and that explanation behind us, right? Now we'll be able to better understand how do we solve this longest subsequence question. Here we know we uh, don't need to find out I mean the longest increasing subsequence, but we need to figure out how many we need to figure out both. I think in a way we need to figure out both what the length of the longest increasing subsequence is and how many of those are there, and we need to only return the number of the longest increasing subsequences that exist in our input, right? So that is what we need to return. So how do we do this? So I think I'll just look at a quick peek at the code and try to explain there itself, right? I'll go back to the code later, but I'll tell you what happens. The same loop is executed as you can see here, right? The same loop is executed. We have a outer loop which basically is executing from I equal to 0 to I less than n, which is basically spanning through the array, and we have an inner loop which goes from 0 to till the element just preceding that ith element, and then we check for this condition just to make sure that it is an increasing subsequence. And then what do we do? Which So what does this so we'll be so here we are not storing a LIS array, we are storing an LIS pair, right? Array of pairs. What does that array of pair store? That I'll explain now. So now I've already explained you that we have two for loops, right? So maybe I'll choose a pen here. So we have an outer for loop which runs through I, right? And then inside this we have this for loop of j which runs to j, and we also need a data structure here. And what is the data structure? In the earlier case we only needed a vector in data structure, but here we don't need a vector in. We need a vector of pairs, right? Vector pair intent, something like this. And what will this pair intent store? So the first number of this pair intent at every element is the length of the longest increasing subsequence ending at that index, and and uh, the number after that denotes the number of such longest increasing subsequence that has been encountered so far. Okay, so this is the length and this is the number. Now let's go back to the code again. Now when this condition is satisfied, right, then first we check whether whatever length is being stored here is the new length that has been computed for this new j uh, is same as that. If it is same as that, that means we have just found we can't update the I mean length of the longest increasing subsequence ending at index I. We can't update that, but we have found another another set of subsequences which have the same length. That means that its second index, which denotes the number of subsequences which have this length and ends at I, that has to be incremented. And how much has to be has it to be incremented about by? It has to be incremented by the number of subsequences which basically end at j, right? Because after j and I combined leads to certain value, right? So I'll just go back to the board. So you can, so there are a lot of subsequences, right? All the subsequences are ending at j and all these have a particular sum, right? And now you have I which whose second index already stores a lot of subsequences which have this particular value. This value is stored here. These are also a lot of subsequences, but now we have this j plus 1, whatever this length stored here is, j plus 1 equal to the length stored in I, right, which is the length of the subsequences ending at here. So we have this new set of subsequences. So what are the subsequences? This is one subsequence, this set, and this is another subsequence, and this is another subsequence. This new set of subsequences are there which also have the same length as was discovered by this two loops, one inside the other, before this computation took place for this particular JNI. right? So they need to be added. And what is the number of that? The number is same, right? So this is one link, and and this number is just the same as the number which was stored in the second index of j, which stores the number of longest increasing subsequences, which has I mean the number of the longest increasing subsequences, right? The second index basically of j stores the number of the longest increasing subsequences. So that number has to be added to I. If the length of j plus I is equal to the length of the longest increasing subsequence already stored at I. I think then this is like a lot of statements at once. But again, if you just look at the diagram and think about it on in your mind, it will be pretty evident, right? So that's why when this lis I dot first is equal to I, lis I dot j dot first, then we do this. We basically do lis second plus equal to lis j plus second, because this one is the number of subsequences we have to add to our already existing answer. But if it is greater, that means we have found a subsequence. If 1 plus lis first, where lis first stores the length of the longest increasing subsequence ending at j, then we have found a length which is better than what was existing in I earlier, right? So we need to update that length. And once we update, as in the previous if condition, lis j dot second. So this many, which is basically in the drawing I can show this. This is the lis j dot second. This is all lis j dot second. So these many subsequences sec. So these many subsequences have to be the number of subsequences which have this new updated value, right? New updated length. So since it is a new discovery, that means we need to rewrite the second uh, pair value of lisi, and that is what we're doing here. And obviously the first value, which is the length of the longest increasing subsequence ending at I, that also needs to be updated. That is being done here, right? So with this, I think I've explained both the code here. Almost entire of the code I've explained. So I initially thought of explaining the logic here and then going back to the code. But anyways, I thought that since the code is simple enough, you can jump directly into the code, right? So just for the sake of it, let us finish what the entire code is. So it starts with, you basically put in the input number, right? And then you take basically store n, which is the number size in a variable called n, which is just for sake of convenience. And then basically you initialize the LIS map, which basically stores a list of pairs or a vector list of pairs, and each pair, the first index being the length of the longest increasing subsequence ending at that index, and how many of that exists, that is stored in the second index for every pair. So that initially will be 1 1, because obviously at the worst case scenario, there can be only there can be at least one array which is ending at, which is the longest increasing subsequence, which is ending in a particular element, which is the element itself, right? And obviously its length will be 1. So that's why it is initialized with a value of 1 1. And then we have this for loop, which I've just explained, and after that we need to calculate the maximum length so we need to return the number of longest increasing subsequences, right? For that, we figure out, whenever we find longest increasing subsequence, uh, whenever we find an I such that its length of the longest increasing subsequence is greater than what is been already been computed, we'll update this and we'll update our answer. And if we find something as equal, then obviously we need to increment our answer, because we have found a new set of subsequences which have the same length. So that is essentially that length, the number of subsequences for that length has to be incremented. So that has to be incremented by LISI dot second, which is pretty obvious, and that's how we compute our answer, and then we'll return our answer, right? So yeah, this is initially when I looked at this problem, this looked like a very simple problem. But I think if you don't know what LIS, how to compute the longest increasing subsequence, then this entire video would be too much to take. So I think if you don't understand in the first go, just think about it, go back. I think if you draw a few examples out, try to convince yourself that whatever equations are written here are kind of make sense, and then obviously you'll be able to understand this problem. With this, I'll come to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.